Now, as many of you guys know, I'm not a big social media guy. I literally use it to talk to people, and that's about it. I've maybe on 5 occasions in my entire life ever engaged upon what's known as, why did I say what's known as? Like, people don't know what doom scrolling is. Sometimes I even throw myself off with the word choices that I make. But today, the heavens opened up and a bright, beaming, shining light came down as the Lord hath blessed me. It wasn't in the shape of a dove. It was just a chicken tender, but you know, it is what it is. But oh my goodness, I found some Jehovah's Witness short form videos, some pictures on Instagram, and holy cow, that is so funny. Now, this is actually relevant to a video I made a couple of weeks ago where during the international convention that's happening in, or it did happen in Calgary in Canada, where Stephen Lett was a guest speaker, there was a meeting held before that where it was like the hospitality committee or whatever they call it, and they were talking about some of the activities that they were going to have for their international convention. For those of you that don't know, an international convention is just like any old gathering of Jehovah's Witnesses, but on a grander scale, and they invite people from all around the world to come, and they'll set up like little activities, so like whale watching, or going and seeing a mountain, or going for a hike, different things like that. But one of the activities really caught my attention. Now, in case anyone didn't see that video or did forget about it, I'll play you a clip here.
What kind of activities are planned?
There is so many fun events that are going to be happening for the delegates and the volunteers. Think of the first one, which is Pioneer for the Day. The other one is something we're all excited about. That's the Field Service Day. And they're going to see some natural sights. As well, they're going to get some shopping in. Who doesn't like that? As well, they're going to walk around the town, and who knows what they're going to see? Maybe the boss will make an appearance. There's a Western experience. This is going to be truly epic. Something that will bring everyone a feel of the Western cowboy culture. No one's going to leave without their heart being branded with love. Activities such as line dancing in the barn, they're going to have live music and a saloon, and as well a petting zoo. Who doesn't love a great barbecue and some locally brewed beer? As well as the ones are going to then head and have an opportunity to go to the dinosaurs in Drumheller. It's a tour that takes back the dinosaurs from the belief of evolutionists. And even though we're going to be able to have a possibility of seeing a modern character dinosaur. Pretty cool. Stay tuned for that.
Now, if you're like me and you grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, you'll be very familiar with the concept of don't ask, don't tell when it comes to dinosaurs. You just don't really spend too much time thinking about it, because if you do, there's a lot of stuff there that doesn't make sense. So I was pretty surprised that the Jehovah's Witnesses were going to host their very own dinosaur tour at a dinosaur museum. I was blown away by what this thing could look like. And let me tell you, folks, it did not disappoint. It absolutely is a 100% certified classic heater moment. So anyway, I couldn't stop smiling when I saw this. Hopefully you can smile along with me. But yeah, let's run the intro and get right into it. Hello and welcome back to the JW Thoughts channel. My name is Wally, and today we are looking at some online social media content from Jehovah's Witnesses posting about their experience at a recent international convention. Quickly before we get into it, don't forget to drop a like on the video. It takes a half a second. I'll wait for you. Boom, done. And it really helps to get out to more people on YouTube. It's very much appreciated by me. All of that good stuff. So with all of that being said, let's put the stuff on the old green screen and get this thing rolling. All right, so to kick things off, we will have a cart display that's asking what happened to the dinosaurs. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember ever seeing this cover of the Awake magazine, so I thought that this was made up when I very first saw it. But I sat down to... Hopefully you guys didn't hear that grumble in my stomach. Holy cow, I just got back from the gym and... Whew, I think my colon just turned religious. It's like trying to prophesy something tumultuous in the very near future. Hopefully that'll go away on its own. Anyway, this is very real. This is an actual Awake article. It is found in the February 8th, 1990 edition. Honestly, I mean, you can go check it out if you want to. It's a pretty boring read, but here's a couple of the lowlights that the Jehovah's Witnesses sort of put forward in order to say that the dinosaurs weren't, in fact, a product of evolution. The fossil record, that doesn't prove evolution whatsoever. That's not real. In fact, the fossil record supports creation. And you can't trust any sort of radioactive dating because Noah's flood happened. So it's really boring. It is like the most low-hanging creationist fruit you can find. It's super boring, but I did think it's funny that they put this up there, and I guess to me, I thought, well, did they like AI generate an awake cover? But no, this is very real, and this is actually something that they did produce back in the day. So for anyone that does want to go look at it, though, again, February 8th, 1990. Now, our good friend during the hospitality committee meeting did say that you'd have an opportunity to see some dinosaurs, and boy, howdy, hey. I can't stop laughing at these. Oh my goodness. So they basically went to like Alibaba or Temu and got some T-Rex outfits. And they're stomping around. I couldn't find it again, but I saw one where they were like all going to the convention site, and one of these goofballs, I think the red one, was like running around with this silly little head bopping all over the place, and everyone was slapping their knees and giggling and having a good time. Like, what a spectacle. What a spectacle. Here she's like, oh, we might even see some dinosaurs. Imagine instead of going to a real, educational museum where you could learn something and you can really appreciate this little rock that we have the absolute privilege of existing on. But instead of doing that, you can see some Temu dinosaurs running around saying, no, I'm evidence that God created everything, not evolution. What an absolutely miserable experience that must have been. Because they decided to go full Ken Ham Creationist Museum and show Caleb and Sophia riding around on some dinosaurs. Hoo-wee, get your cowboy hat on. Oh, I don't know where my cowboy hat is. Hold on, we got a full Western experience out here. Caleb and Sophia riding around on them dinosaurs. What a hoot and a holler and a good time. I don't really understand like what the concept, what the vision is. Are dinosaurs meant to come back in paradise? Have I missed the boat? Because I might seriously consider going back to the organization. If they are promising dinosaurs now, that's pretty cool, man. We get some live action Jurassic Park. Hey, what I show up to a couple meetings on a Sunday, burn a couple hours, just check a box saying I went out in service even though I didn't, and I get to see dinosaurs? I don't know. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. They try and make it seem like, oh, look, being a Jehovah's Witness is cool. We have dinosaur exhibits. Here, our fake cartoon people are riding around on dinosaurs. You want to come to the international convention? And then right next to this woman is one of the saddest things you could possibly see. And that is a child wasting their youth, wasting their time instead of playing and discovering and learning and challenging themselves and challenging the world and, doing what the youth do best. We're going to stick them with a little bow tie and a skirt and have them go knock on people's doors telling them to praise Jesus. Having your kids go out in the ministry is one of the most foul things about being a Jehovah's Witness. I rant about this all the time. I think it's dangerous. There's no reason to put your kid in actual physical danger like they do by taking them out door to door. But just the setup of this shot was so funny because it's like, oh, look, Jehovah's Witnesses, we're super fun. We're riding around on dinosaurs, baby. And then in the next one, it's like, here's an 8-year-old dressed up as a businessman with a briefcase because he's got a mission. And his mission is to tell you about Yahweh. Now, I know those Canadians are some real goofballs and they get into some trouble, but I didn't know that they were so wild, so out there in the far north that they actually have signs of T-Rex crossings. And if you attended the Eternal Happiness Convention, you got to see one of these signs and hold one up. So this is like a little setup that they have where, you know, like at a I don't know, some event where you can take pictures with props. And one of the props is T-Rex crossing. Someone went and had paid money. They had a job that they got money for, and instead of doing anything else with that, you could just buy a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. It would be a better use of those funds. This person went and spent the $40, or I don't know how much those are to make. Maybe it's more than $40. I imagine they're about that, to get T-Rex crossing for the Temu dinosaurs. What a miserable time. And the way that people post about this, they're acting like it's the greatest thing that they've ever seen. Like, there's dinosaurs. The only thing it's evidence of is that being a Jehovah's Witness is so boring that a Temu dinosaur is the most scintillating thing that's happened in the last 6 months for you. Oh man, people are line dancing. I'm living my best life ever. Brother, you can go line dancing probably any day of the week, but I know for sure on a random Tuesday and a Friday and a Saturday at some country bar, you can just go out and line dance. The fact that it's just a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses getting together with hats on line dancing doesn't make it cool, but people post about it like they're witnessing one of the grandest events that has ever happened. It's like, man, Jehovah's Witnesses, we're out here line dancing, living the best life ever. It's so pathetic and sad. Now, this next thing I'm about to show you, you might not believe, because I didn't believe it when it came up on my doom scrolling through Instagram reels. I was like, there's no way this is real. It can't be. But I did a little fact checking, or did a little investigating, put on my monocle and my top hat. What is the type of hat that Sherlock wore? It's not a top hat. It's like a double-sided thing. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like, they actually thought to themselves, you know what we want to spend thousands of dollars on? Instead of taking people to a dinosaur museum, what if we retrofitted a Kingdom Hall with natural wood seats and put some dinosaur murals on the wall? It's awesome. The fact that someone wrote a check for this garbage is unbelievable. Now, there's one frame of the video. You might have missed it, but there's a place called Dig Deeper. I'm assuming there's like little pieces of paper or with like a Bible truth in there and maybe a dinosaur bone or a toy or something. And it's like, hey, look, when you dig deeper, you get to learn some spiritual truths. I don't know what the dig deeper is, but dig deeper is such a Jehovah's Witness expression. I'm guessing it has something to do with that, or something akin to that. But I think it's amazing in every single aspect. I think this is the coolest idea. I do want to just at the end. I just actually scattered there. Now, before I sign off on this video, I do want to just like rant about something real quickly, because I know I mentioned this a couple of years ago, and it's something that I still hold in my head as being something that we could see here in the next few years. And that is a hyper focus on international conventions. clearly, this is something that gets Jehovah's Witnesses excited. And I know it's not hard, but you got to give them something. The convention programs are miserable these days. I don't even think Jehovah's Witnesses are super down with the new convention program. It's so boring. It is watch Jesus drama, guy gets up and talks for 3 minutes, shows a clip from the Jesus drama, talks about the clip that he just shows from the Jesus drama, introduces the next speaker, and they rinse and repeat this for 3 days. I predicted this when the Jesus drama first came out. I said this is going to ruin every convention in the future, and they've progressively gotten worse. This one, normally I make 20-something videos about the convention. I think I've made 2 or 3. I've made as many videos about the actual content of the convention as I have making fun of these dinosaurs, I believe. It's really unbelievable. But I think that there is a world where if you are in a leadership position within Watchtower and you're trying to think, okay, how can I get people excited and how can I make money from this? I feel like these two worlds just need to can come together very easily. So people that can afford to go to international conventions usually on average are the more wealthy Jehovah's Witnesses. So they got some extra doubloons, floating around in their pockets. So you have a way of getting people excited about, living the Jehovah's Witness life. They can post about it on social media and everyone can get hyped and excited, and someone sees pictures and everyone's smiling and they think, wow, I want to do that same thing. And they sign up and you get maybe more people or a maximum amount of people signing up to do these international conventions. It gives the local Jehovah's Witnesses something to do. There's so much planning. There are thousands, tens of thousands of man hours that go into planning all of this. And at the end of the day, they can upcharge people for it. All of these different activities come with a fee. And that fee, if you are a Jehovah's Witness international delegate, you write the check not to the Dinosaur Museum. You write the check to the Watchtower Bible Tract Society of Pennsylvania. So there is I can't think of the word, but a wall that blocks what the actual cost or price is and then what people pay for it. So they don't actually really know how much things should cost. So you can make quite a bit of money. And from my own personal experience working and organizing various tours and stuff at an international convention, they make a lot of money from doing that. But I think that they could take this even one step further and start developing their own places to host these international conventions instead of renting out, a big stadium or a hall and all of this stuff. They could build what essentially is an extra large assembly hall. And around that, they could put in all kinds of amenities. So you are staying in the JW hotel. You are eating at the JW restaurant. You're hanging out in this whole little compound essentially. And when you're not using that for an international convention, doors are open for anyone else that wants to use it. It is a infinite money glitch for Watchtower. And if they don't do this, if they didn't do it, it would be more surprising to me than if they did. I know people like to joke, don't give Watchtower any good ideas, but I'm pretty sure that at least someone on the team is business savvy enough to see a clear picture of how this could be something that is very financially rewarding for the organization. Anyway, I need to go take a shower. Like I said, I just got back from the gym and got to figure out what my stomach's talking about. It's just yelling at me prophecies from the book of Revelation. So I'm going to take care of that. More information than you needed. I don't know why I'm so lucid today. With all that being said, stay safe, be kind, and don't forget to spend more time loving the things you love than hating the things you hate. Now go out there and have a good ass day.